Hey geeks, it's Andrea, and I'm here with Josh today. Last year, I counted down 15 of my top picks from E3, and this is definitely something we want to do every year. This year, I'm so happy that Josh was able to help compile it, and will be reading this list with me. So this is our list of top 15 picks from E3 2016. There were a lot of great games this year, so it was very hard for us to cut down to 15. Let us know in the comments below what games were your favorites. Alright geeks, let's go.
15. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Kicking off our top picks is a game that I think most people were waiting for. Technically, Pokemon Sun and Moon was announced before E3, but we did get a lot of additional information at the conference during E3. We also got to see some actual gameplay. Sun and Moon looks like it's going to be another great Pokemon game.
14. Oxygen Not Included. We weren't given a lot of information about Oxygen Not Included, but it is a survival style game by the guys who made Don't Starve, so we definitely have high hopes. The style seems to be pretty similar, but with a nice space setting.
13. Scalebound. Now, this game was very interesting. It appeared to be kind of a dragon version of Devil May Cry. I don't know if that's insulting to say, but it does look like a hell of a lot of fun. The main character seems to have a lot of personality, and the game seems very fast-paced.
12. Dead Rising 4. Dead Rising games are always a hell of a lot of fun and include being able to play with all kinds of random weapons. And Dead Rising 4 doesn't seem like it'll disappoint us. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to wear those silly outfits and smack around some zombies.
11. Prey. Another game with not much to go off of. Prey was one of Bethesda's best showings of the year. Although we didn't get to see anything on a new Elder Scrolls, like I know we were all desperately wanting, we were really happy to see this new project. Prey can't really be compared to the original 2006 game because it's not a prequel, sequel, or even a reboot. It's a completely new and interesting Prey.
10. Dishonored II. We are probably some of the last few gamers that haven't played through Dishonored, but after watching the gameplay footage of the second, we immediately set it to download on our PlayStation. I have to say, I didn't know I would get this excited for the announcement of Dishonored 2 because I hadn't played 1, but it looks so freaking fun. There were so many different abilities and ways to play. I think I may have just found a new game series to love.
9. Death Stranding. After the cancellation of PT last year, we were consoled with the knowledge that Kojima was still working with Norman Reedus on a mystery game. And during this year's E3, we were not disappointed in watching the mysterious announcement trailer. In typical Kojima fashion, we were left with way more questions than answers.
8. Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil has always been a creepy game, but never more so than in this trailer. It appears to be taking Resident Evil into a completely different direction. From the story basis to playing the game in first-person view, everything is changing. The fact that it is going to be on PlayStation VR makes me think that this could be the first time that I pee in my pants as an adult. 7. Days Gone.
When the video for this game started, we were so sure it was going to be The Last of Us 2. I would say we were disappointed when it wasn't, but that didn't really last long because the game looks amazing, and similarly styled, I would say. The enemies in this game are not zombies, but instead seem to be mutated humans. It's hard to say for sure at this time because there's really not a lot of information yet, but there's enough for us to know that we are definitely interested.
6. God of War. This was definitely an unexpected change from the God of War that we've all grown to love, but it seems to be an interesting change. God of War is filled with Norse mythology instead of Greek, and that will open a lot of doors for new storylines. If you're a massive God of War fan like myself, you're probably pretty excited to see where they're going with this.
5. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Alright, this game is so hard to talk about because it looks so freaking amazing that there are no words. This new Zelda adds a survival aspect to the game and it seems like it's going to be one of the largest Zelda games to date. With weapons that deteriorate and the need to eat food to heal, Breath of the Wild is taking a big turn from previous Zelda games. It'll be really interesting to see what other changes will be coming into the light over the next few months.
4. Horizon Zero Dawn. This is the only game to be on my list both years in a row, and it has moved up quite a few spots in this list. I absolutely want to play this game, and it comes out only a couple of weeks before my birthday. Hint, hint. I love the idea of the civilization of humans being past the age of these mechanical beasts and not knowing exactly what they are. It's like a future version of a life in the past with futuristic stuff. Wait, what? That was confusing, but either way, the game looks great, and I can't wait until the day that I can play as this badass lady.
3. Detroit, Become Human. If you liked Heavy Rain, then I think it's safe to assume that you'll probably feel the same about this one. Like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human appears to be a game with so many different possible endings and outcomes, some of which are not going to be winning you the game. With hard decisions and so many outcomes, you can likely expect many hours of fun.
2. We Happy Few. These last two were the hardest for us to decide on. We wanted both of the top two to share the number one spot so badly, it almost came down to a coin toss. We debated it so long. Although We Happy Few took the second slot, it tied for the first in our hearts. We Happy Few was probably the first thing that we fell in love with at E3, and it completely caught us off guard. The trailer for We Happy Few was among one of the most intriguing and hopefully will end up being an incredibly interesting and creepy storyline.
1. South Park. Fractured Butthole. 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 Fractured Butthole. Alright, I know we debated on this for a long time, but it really is South Park's time to shine. I mean, the Stick of Truth was so amazing. I don't know how many times each of us played through it, but we definitely loved it. So being able to take those characters into the next game and into what appears to be an even better game, I can't wait till we get to play this. With improved mechanics and more messed up jokes, what's not to love?
Alright geeks, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We always love hanging out with you guys. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and be sure to like and share the video with your friends so we can get some more geeks up in here. Follow us on the social media links below and leave us a comment. Alright geeks, we'll see you next time.